The New York Rangers have allegedly, it looks like it's very, very close, signed an undrafted NCAA free agent. His name is Patrick Khodorenko, and he is a 6', 201-pound center out of the Michigan State University Spartans program. Now, this is a free agent who apparently did have quite a lot of NHL interest amongst the NHL clubs ever since he wrapped up his 4 years at Michigan State University. He was born on October 13th, 1998, which means that he was eligible to be drafted back in the 2017 NHL entry draft. However, he wasn't. And continuing on his career, he instead played years at Michigan State University's hockey program. He played a full 4 years, gathering himself a pretty nice solid number of 120 points in 143 games played. You can see his profile right here. He's been a pretty consistent point scorer in his 4 years over there, and it was only really his freshman season where he wasn't really up to par with how he eventually became later on, but over the past 3 seasons, he has been a consistent 30-plus point guy in 36 games played. He's a very even stat line, this guy. 33 points, 16 goals, 17 assists in 36 games this year for the Michigan State Spartans. And he is now coming over to the New York Rangers on what appears to be an ATO, and he'll most likely go over to the Hartford Wolf Pack of the AHL. Now, I'm going to be honest, I haven't been watching too many Michigan State University games this year. I've been mostly on the University of Michigan train, watching Cam York and all that, as well as the Boston College, the Boston University, watching the guys like Newhook and all that, and of course, the University of Wisconsin Badgers, which haven't really been too great this year in general. But let's go over to draftsite.com. They have themselves a scouting report that was written up about Patrick Khodorenko. I believe it was a few years ago before the draft, because before the draft, Khodorenko was playing for the US NTDP. He wasn't really all too great over there, but there indeed is a little scouting report from the website. He is a thick center forward who may not be a blazer, but is very quick, short burst flyer. He reads the ice well and is a great stick handler. This highly skilled, strong, and explosive player who is committed to Michigan State University, at this juncture, he still hasn't shown consistent production to commensurate his skill set, and projects as an energy player at the bottom of your lineup. Now, I will say, that little scouting report wasn't particularly proper in terms of the grammatical side of things, but it appears that the point production has indeed come up from when this article was published. There are a few other Patrick Khodorenko scouting reports online that were made before the 2017 draft, but they all kind of say the same thing, if I'm gonna be honest. But to me, it actually seems like this guy did indeed improve in terms of the point-producing side of things. From the U18 team to his first year, he was not really that hot of a scorer, but he's really gotten himself his scoring touch over the years. So what the New York Rangers are getting here to me is a guy who may be able to slot into their bottom six one day, but for now, he seems like a guy who would need that development time in the AHL. Just see where he's at in comparison to other pro hockey players. See if he can actually tango in a top six or a middle six role with the Hartford Wolf Pack, because it's not necessarily the easiest going from the NCAA to the AHL or even the NHL for that matter. So we'll see how his career pans out. But for now, a highly coveted free agent has just signed with the New York Rangers. Hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.